I'd first like to thank everyone for choosing to be here today and for your decision to invite me into your world. Again, my name is Shamika Chanel, and I'm excited to share some practical tools and insights with you today regarding integrating somatics into your clinical work from a holistic and decolonized framework. Today, I will be sharing an overview of our InSupervision series. It's a six-part series to strengthen embodied presence, expand clinical capacity, and cultivate secure attachment practices in supervision and therapy. With this being the first time that many of us are meeting, I'd like to say hi again and introduce myself as Shamika Chanel, a licensed professional clinical supervisor and the clinical director of Points of Origin, which is a holistic counseling and education center where we focus on integrating mind, body, and spirit to support healing and growth. Some of my favorite ways to move through life include helping individuals to reconnect with their inner selves, fostering resilience, and creating pathways to secure attachment and embodied wellness, which is evident throughout the entire series and each of our clinical offerings and CEUs. I personally specialize in exploring the connections between physical and emotional experiences. Through this work, I help clients and professionals alike understand how attachment patterns and somatic imprints influence relationships, their emotional regulation, and overall well being. My approach heavily integrates identity, dissociation, and the science of somatics with practical strategies to foster awareness, embodiment, and healing. Today, we will explore how somatic practices can transform your work with clients and even more um, own your sense of embodiment by deepening connection, fostering secure attachment, and aligning the body and mind for sustainable change. Our In Supervision Learning Series is one of several of our series. All right, we begin with session one, Identity Aligned Foundations for the Embodied Clinician. This session is the first of six, as mentioned before. It encourages clinicians and supervisors to ground themselves in the foundation of identity aligned supervision, what it means to show up as a clinician, a somatic practitioner, and a change agent. Participation in this session not only supports the development of tools, but also what it means to integrate who you are into how you lead, serve, and reflect as you're providing support to clients in the community. This foundational session introduces the clinician's role as a change agent through behavior and embodiment, emphasizing somatic awareness and nervous system informed practice. What you see on the screen are our guiding anchors for this session. Everyone who participates will leave with a clear picture of who they are as a practitioner, as well as how to read your body as a source of data and how reflective supervision becomes a leadership model, not just a support process. As an LPCS, I work with truly all levels of licensure, starting in high school, actually. So we have a partnership with the local agency. We're able to onboard some high school students. We also have partnerships with several colleges and universities in the state. And so we have master's level interns as well as LPCAs and LPCs and LPCS candidates. So this particular series is kind of created with all levels in mind. So you'll hear me say different things about supervisors, but also I may say something about an intern. And we have several different learning opportunities for each of those levels. For session two, somatic case conceptualization, in practice, we practice with mock client profiles that are utilized in role play activities at points of origin while processing questions like what body based information is present. How might this inform our understanding of the client's experience, and what interventions would align with their nervous system state? By the end of session 2, you'll leave with the framework to begin layering somatic awareness into your case conceptualizations, making them more holistic and embodied. Session 2 focuses on exploring how somatic cues function as narrative informants in clinical practice. These learning goals guide our exploration into how the body tells a story and how clinicians can respond with clinical intuition and structure. Session 3, titled Directional Counseling and Somatic Interventions, explores how embodied presence, silence, and open ended questions shape directional counseling, blending theory and somatic techniques to lead intentional, intuitive sessions. Our aim is to deepen your ability to guide a session without overleading, without learning how to ask, or should I say, while learning how to ask questions, when to pause, and how to trust the body's response. This session, session 4, focuses on developing reflective distance in clinical care without disconnecting from the client's needs. We explore depersonalization as a strategy to support supervision clarity, case containment, and practitioner care, which we all know is extremely important in the field, with those in helping professions being most inclined to burnout. So the somatic series, or each of them actually, specifically this InSupervision series, is designed to support clinicians in learning how to take care of themselves while also learning how to really support containment in the session so we're not leaving the office or leaving a session with a need to recover as a clinician in our individual personal lives. This session, session 4, integrates both internal and external supervision, strengthening how you receive feedback, hold discomfort, and remain grounded in your clinical presence. Again, we are taking care of clinicians in all of the work that we do, but specifically this series. In session 5, this is where narrative, body, and care plans meet one another. Session 5 is designed to anchor your clinical intention and somatic training into structured, sustainable treatment delivery. This session bridges embodied insight with clinical documentation. Therefore, you will learn how to use somatic data to inform individualized treatment plans, or your ITPs, while developing sustainable practitioner routines to support clarity, integrity, and nervous system care. So again, we're not only taking care of our clients and helping them to support the development of their central nervous system, but one of the things that we do at Points of Origin is we also teach our clinicians how to take care of themselves while learning how to regulate in real time. It is important to note that the body isn't separate from the care plan itself. It's actually the foundation of how we align clinical insight with therapeutic direction. Therefore, we will be covering these specific learning objectives in session 5 to also support the development of evidence based and clinically aligned documentation. This session, session 6, is about closure, celebration, and clarity on where you've been, who you've become, and where you're headed. This particular session will double not only to support the closure of the series, but also what it might look like in closing a session. So, this closing session anchors our supervision experience in ethical practice, documentation, integrity, and personal reflection. Participants will also honor their growth, review post program opportunities, and engage in a group celebration and reflection. In this session, session 6, we give voice to your transformation, modeling that of the program members we support. Your presence, ethics, and voice are your professional tools. Protect them, trust them, share them. As we close, I want to share the full scope of the InSupervision series is designed with intent. This series expands your clinical capacity, strengthens your embodied presence, and supports you in cultivating secure attachment practices that shape both your supervision and your therapeutic work. You will not only be learning tools, you will also be preparing them to transform the way you practice, lead, and connect. For future offerings with points of origin, you can spend some time with us at www.pointsoforigin.net and connect with us on your preferred socials, which you can also access through our site, pointsoforigin.net. We thank you again for your time and your investment in your craft, and we appreciate you. Go forth and be awesome. Looking forward to seeing you soon.